Hello, it's me again. Well, we survived the first podcast.
On to the next one.
For me anyway. Within this one, we're going to look at business in the digital age and being able to leverage tech for success. So some of the things that we're going to talk about are tools for business, the advantages and the pitfalls that you may come across. So let's get into it. And as always, if you like what you hear, give it a like, give us a comment, let us know what you think. And we'll be sure to include these in future podcasts as time goes on. So let's go. In the hustle and bustle of today's business world, one element emerges as the unequivocal game changer: technology. Gone are the days when tech was an optional add-on or merely a sleek accessory for business. Today, it stands as the very epicenter of enterprise operations, driving innovation, streamlining processes, and redefining customer experiences. I can get quite passionate about this stuff because this is my job at IT Central, is looking at streamlining processes, redefining the experiences that customers go through, and be able to look at where we can innovate and how we can do that. Even if your company prides itself on its time-honored traditions and old-school ethos, there's an inescapable truth awaiting acknowledgement. Digitization isn't just a trend, it's imperative. The digital shift isn't about discarding what has worked in the past, but about fortifying and expanding a business's horizons. From the local bakery integrating online orders to the craftsman employing digital design tools, the metamorphosis is everywhere. So let's delve into how businesses, whether they've been around for decades or just breaking ground, can harness the power of technology to ascend to unparalleled heights. That's quite a brave statement, but integrating digital tools, techniques, and allowing it to become part of your business can really take you somewhere where you never thought was imaginable. In the realm of modern business, having the right tools is tantamount to having a compass in an unfamiliar forest. These tools are not only simplify daily tasks, but also optimize them, ensuring a business stays agile, competitive, and customer-centric. Let's explore a few pivotal ones. CRM, or Customer Relationship Management Systems. Imagine having a digital assistant that knows every single detail about your customers, from their last purchase to their preferred method of communication. That's CRM for you. It allows businesses to manage interactions with current and potential customers, ensuring a personalized and efficient service. Digital marketing tools. Gone are the days of solely relying on print ads or billboards. Thank goodness. Today's digital marketing platforms, from email marketing tools like MailChimp to social media management platforms like Hootsuite, empower businesses to reach their audience directly, analyze engagement metrics, and fine-tune strategies in real time. E-commerce platforms, whether you're selling artisanal crafts or a range of products, platforms like Shopify, WooCommerce, and Magneto have revolutionized the way that businesses operate. They provide a digital storefront that's open 24/7. And for those of you who are used to having a brick and mortar store, yeah, you can make money whilst you're asleep. Who's going to say no to that? Being able to expand a brand's reach globally and facilitating smooth transactions. What more could you want by being asleep and having a store that does its work for you 24/7? Collaboration and communication tools. In an era where remote work is increasingly becoming the norm, tools like Slack, Zoom, and Microsoft Teams are indispensable. They foster communication, collaboration, and ensure that teams, whether they're in the same building or across different continents, stay connected and aligned. Analytics and data visualization. Tools like Google Analytics grant businesses the vision to see trends, understand customer behaviors, and make data-driven decisions, turning raw numbers into actionable insights. These digital tools serve as the backbone for today's enterprises. They're not just about going digital, but about optimizing, scaling, and evolving in a rapidly changing business landscape. So what are the advantages of your business going digital? The digital landscape is no longer a mere alternative or addition to traditional business practices. It's a necessity in our interconnected global economy. Making the leap to embrace digital means opening up to a wealth of advantages that can redefine how businesses operate and thrive. Here are some of the standout benefits. Reaching a global audience. The beauty of the digital realm is that geographical boundaries blur. A business in New York can sell products to a customer in Tokyo with the same ease as to a local resident. Websites, social media platforms, and e-commerce portals provide businesses with an always open gateway to customers from every corner of the globe, broadening their market reach exponentially. Cost savings. Whilst there might be an initial investment to integrate digital solutions, the long-term savings are significant. Businesses can reduce their overheads by utilizing digital advertising, which is often cheaper and more targeted than traditional advertising, streamline operations with automated systems, and even reduce physical storefront or office expenses by operating online. Efficiency in operations. Number 3, time, as they say, is money. Digital tools and solutions from cloud storage to automated customer service bots allows businesses to operate at peak efficiency. Tasks that once took hours, if not days, can now be completed in minutes. This increased efficiency leads to faster response times, quicker product deliveries, and overall improved customer experience. While the shift to digital might seem daunting for some, especially traditional businesses rooted in older practices, the advantages far outweigh the challenges. Embracing the digital age, synonyms with embracing growth, expansion, and the future success in today's business world. However, as there are some advantages, there are also some potential pitfalls, and here's how we can maybe avoid them. The allure of the digital age is undeniable, but like any significant shift, there are challenges and pitfalls businesses must be aware of. Navigating these can mean the difference between digital success and stumbling blocks. Number 1 would be cyber threats. As businesses move online, they become potential targets for cyber attacks. Whether it's data breaches, phishing scams, or ransomware attacks, the digital sphere comes with its set of threats. So, how can we avoid this? Regularly update patch software, invest in robust cybersecurity measures, including firewalls, anti-malware tools, and employee training on recognizing and avoiding phishing emails. It can't be denied that implementing all of these will have an expense. The cost, should you not, can far outweigh your investment in that training and in that software and in those processes to ensure that you are not at risk of cyber attacks, or that risk is significantly reduced. If you don't do anything about it, the risk and the cost can be so much higher. 2, losing the human touch. Digital operations can sometimes depersonalize interactions, making clients or customers feel like they're just another number. I prefer to be face to face with someone. The idea of doing this blog and me speaking to you right now is a terrifying prospect because I prefer to see someone's reaction to my drivel. And if they're okay with it, or if they are disagreeing with what I'm saying, this happens everywhere. The moment that you bring in digital operations, so interactions on social media, etc. So how can we avoid customers feeling like they're perhaps just a number? Even in a digital space, prioritize the personal touch, using your CRM systems to personalize communications, ensure customer service is responsive and human-led when needed, and encourage feedback to make your clients feel heard and valued. Third aspect would be an over-reliance on automation. Automation can drive efficiency. Over-relying on it can lead to mistakes or oversight and may make businesses complacent. An example recently, a very personal example, is I had an automation on Facebook, opening times, the good old opening times, but the back end of it wasn't finished, so that someone would click opening times and they'd never get that message back saying when our opening times were. So the customer always felt slightly awkward, I can imagine, in going, sorry, I didn't mean to click that, or can anyone let me know the opening times? Automation can be great. Don't over rely on it. And if you're going to implement it, make sure it's implemented well. learning curve on my part. Use it wisely, regularly review automated systems for accuracy, keep human oversight on critical operations, and ensure there's a balance between tech and human intervention. So the digital age isn't looming on the horizon. It's already here. And for businesses to flourish, integrating tech is not just recommended, it's essential. However, with great power comes great responsibility. By being aware of potential pitfalls and proactively addressing them, businesses can fully harness the benefits of the digital age. Stay updated on the ever-evolving world of business tech and subscribe to our Technically Speaking newsletter and get the latest trends, tips, and insights delivered straight into your inbox. There'll be a personal touch in there. It's not all fully automated. If you've liked this podcast today, make sure you give it a like, make sure you subscribe. And if you have any comments or feedback, please leave it. Be sure to have a look at it, and hopefully we can include some of that feedback in some future podcasts.